All right, guys, I just saw the best movie of the year. But here's the catch, this movie actually released 10 years ago. The movie I'm talking about is Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. So, back when Interstellar was first released, I never actually went and saw it in theaters. I didn't even see it until the DVD release. And I mean, from the time that I did see it, back in 2015 is when I first saw it. It came out in 2014. I watched it at like 12 a.m. because one of my buddies recommended it, and it shattered my brain as a 15-year-old. But fast forwarding it to now, I mean, I've seen it multiple times by now, but I've never seen it in the way that it was intended on a theater screen. So, in honor of the 10-year anniversary of this movie, they decided to do a iMax re-release of the film. Since there was other movies that released this month that I was maybe going to see or had no desires to see, Craven the Hunter, I decided to put my efforts to go check out this re-release, iMax re-release of Interstellar. And let's just say, so Interstellar already was like in my top 15 movies of best movies of all time. That it went from like being my top 15 to being like somewhere in my top 5 range. And I currently hold it as my top 4 spot on Letterboxd just because of how breathtaking and the cinematic experience of watching it on a massive screen. Every single time I go see an IMAX movie, though, like, technically speaking, the ones that we have here in Utah are considered LIMAX, but it's still a big screen compared to what you might find in your traditional cinemas. But each time I walk into these theaters, I'm still blown away every single time. Since I've moved up to northern Utah, where there's, I think, 3 or 4 different IMAX theaters, I've seen a handful of them in the time that I've lived up here. And this, hands down, is probably one of the best IMAX films that I've seen. And I mean, Avatar was amazing, and I feel like that's a pretty close second. But I feel like this movie was one of those movies that are perfect for IMAX. And not only for the breathtaking visuals, I feel like IMAX sound is incredible. And it adds so much layer to this phenomenal movie. There was moments like when there's like the launch sequence that the speakers are so loud that like it almost feels like you're there for the launch. It's so loud, the theater shakes. It's beyond words. Interstellar is my favorite Christopher Nolan movie, and close second is Oppenheimer. But I feel like there's just so much depth and so much character, especially the Matthew McConaughey's role in this film is very impactful. He has so much layers to his character, and watching it from like a father's perspective, I mean, though my daughter's only not even a year yet, to understand the love that you have for your children and that yearning to do anything and everything that you can to secure a good life for them, and the sacrifices that you have to make in order for that to happen. Interstellar not only is just a breathtaking sci-fi film, there's a lot of heart to it and a lot of different things that make you think. And I'm someone who, I can't just pick and choose when it comes to genres. I do lean towards sci-fi. I just finished a sci-fi book that eventually will be adapted into a film called Project Hail Mary. And there's a lot of, I wouldn't say similarities to this, but there's a lot of different ideas that made me think of Project Hail Mary after rewatching this movie, and I'm very excited for that to be adapted into a movie. That, well, I think that comes out in 2026, but that's still some time away. But Interstellar has an amazing cast, amazing direction, and the score from Hans Zimmer is definitely in his top three. It's so hard to pinpoint the best. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Lion King, so many phenomenal scores that Hans Zimmer has put together. His Dune score is amazing. And to say this movie is the best movie I've seen in theaters is crazy because, I mean, not crazy. 2024 has been an interesting year when it comes to movies, in my opinion anyways. I wouldn't say there's been any, there's been a few greats, with Dune being the king of the greats. I feel like that's the best movie I've seen this year. Dune Chapter 2, that is. But I feel like there's been a lot of mid or good or pretty good movies. Oh, another top tier movie is The Wild Robot. But I feel like there's just a lot of movies that kind of just I just haven't seen yet, and I'm going to eventually get around to. But I feel like it was a good way to just have a fresh movie experience of something that I'm familiar with, but it was awesome to see on the big screen. I'm hoping that at the end of the month or maybe beginning of next year, I'll be doing my top 10 and probably my bottom 5 or whatever movies of 2024. And yeah, but for Interstellar, it's honestly 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Nearly perfect movie. One of the best movies, one of the best, some of the best cinematography, some of the best visual effects, some of the best anything that you can find in a film. And if you haven't seen this film, and if you get the chance to check it out in iMax, go ahead, do it. I 100% recommend it. Sorry. And if you haven't seen this film, it's streaming on several different streaming services, so go ahead, check it out. But that's it for this quick little video. I wasn't originally planning on to make a review video for this, but I was so blown away by my experience of seeing this movie that I just decided that why not? So go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, I am still working on this big project. I'm actually going to have to push it back to next week, but it will be out in time for the release of Mufasa the Lion King. So stay tuned for that. And let me know what was your favorite film of 2024 and some recommendations of movies that you did like, and maybe I'll go check them out. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps a lot. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!